Chuggalos, welcome to day 15 of Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar 2022, and people are calling it a spectacular. You know what? Let's take it to that level. It feels that way. Today we're going to be drinking a shorty provided to us by our friends down there at the Barrel House, and Sarah specifically, Ranke Guldenberg. It's a Belgian Tripel coming in at 8%. Tune in to Chuggalos Phil's episode, which I'm sure will either be up soon or a little bit later, where he'll go into the significance of what a Belgian Tripel is. I will just go into a little bit of the history of Ranke, so I'm going to go with the crack right away. Today is Thursday for all the mole people. Thursday in December 15th day of the Advent calendar. And have you ever just had one of those days? Everything's going great, but it's just a lot of great things. Just family's good. As I said yesterday, I broke my phone. Well, the replacement came, but I decided to actually check out. Interesting. Not what I expected. I decided to check out like a repair facility. And the repair facility was only a couple dollars more than the actual getting a new phone. And to me, that's worth the price of not having to like switch over. Contacts and stuff, that's on your SIM card. But like all of your apps and logging in and everything. So I decided to just do it that way. And so I drop it off at this place and they're like, oh yeah, we have the part. Thanks for making an appointment. We can fix this. So I get done working out. I go there. To pick it up. Everything's going to work out great. I'm going to pick up my youngest from gymnastics. My oldest is at gymnastics. I can bring the youngest home. I can start making dinner, which I'm doing right now. Sloppy Joe's tonight. Papa would be very happy. Papa's a big fan of Sloppy Joe's. And he was a little bit upset that I had to curb the enthusiasm of my younger daughter who was trying to come in and steal my beer last night. Anywho, everything's working out. Then things start falling apart. So I get to the phone place and they're like, ooh, sorry, we ordered the wrong phone or the wrong part. It won't be till tomorrow. That's okay, I don't need my phone. So I'm out of contact with my wife, so I went with the best plans that we had. Think of like Hunt for Red October. Like, did they get the situation to attack? Did they not get the situation to attack? So I drive to gymnastics and I pick up my 4-year-old. And she goes, oh, can you drop off this script for Hannah? Our 6-year-old, soon to be 7. Sure, not a problem. Walgreens is right on the way. It's a straight shot. Everything is super close to us. And I get there and I go, hi, I'm just here to drop this off. 10 minutes to kajigger that. And they're like, oh yeah, you can pick it up later. Okay, not a problem. Didn't take 10 minutes. Like I just wanted to like I gave them my insurance card, gave them my script. I was just like, see ya, okay, howdy, hi, bye. And no, it's just a long time. So get home, I'm like, I can squeeze this in while the hamburger's cooking for the Sloppy Joe's so the girls can eat when the oldest gets home from gymnastics. Everything is going well. It looks like Santa Claus came to our front door, 87 packages from what we've ordered, what people have gifted us. It's just fantastic. So it's me and the 4-year-old walking around the house. The Ring doorbell's going to look hilarious because I'm like, you carry the small ones, I carry the big ones. Just everything brings some sort of semblance of pleasure. It's just the little monotonous things in life. So that's why I decided to go with green, because I'm green with envy. Just envy that everything's going well, and I hope everything's going well for you in the land of Chuggalos. So anyways, tangentially, not too much beer related, but after reading, so this is, now let's bring it back to beer. So Ranke Guldenberg, so a little bit about Ranke. Ranke started around 1930, which I was surprised, and you can find out more at Deranke, DERANKE.BE. Why BE? You guessed it, they are from Belgium. And they're from Mascour, Belgium, which is only a couple kilometers from the French border. So there's going to be a lot of French influence in that area in the beer because there's a lot of overlap. If you ever have the chance to travel in Western Europe, there's a lot of overlap. There's country pride. But there's a lot of overlap, especially when you get in the low countries and within a couple of miles of each border. So, and just reading a little bit, they took over the business. So it started in 1930. We know what happened in the 1940s, especially in that part of the world, because Ghent and Brussels are to the north and northeast of where the brewery is. So then they started back up in 1948, and then the daughter and the son-in-law of the original owners started taking over. And then in '94, see, again, a lot of this history that we don't have with American brews. You know, you have a lot of that, like with Otto Kringer and now the Ranke, and we're going to revisit Ranke. And we have a couple other like lowland beers, or the lowlands, the low countries, especially the Netherlands, Brussels, and Luxembourg are typically considered the low countries. But anyways, fantastic history, and it goes year by year, and they're short little bullets. It's not like we're built for sustainability or whatever. It's just actually because there's history that goes in. The one thing I will say, when you go to deranke.be, there's 3 options. So you can get French, Belgian, or English. So just click on EN. And the age check, you only have to be 18, which is wonderful. So I'm a little torn on this beer because Kaysen is a day ahead of me. So I read their scores ahead of time. So let's go to Kaysen on this. Ranke, nailed it with the name. Quite skunky, this poor fellow. Jay, I give it a 1.5. Can you explain why it doesn't have head? Well, triples don't have a lot of effervescence to them. There's a little bit, but also if you pour it like an aggressive a-hole, a lot of that effervescence is going to come out. I'm not saying that's what you did, but it's not going to have a lot of that head because it's just that Belgian style. And then Kate, always the wordsmith, goes, I'm generally thinking this beer tastes like my bad breath smells in the morning after a strong showing of alcohol consumption the night before. I would put this in the same bucket as that watered bourbon. I give it a 2. So they're not a fan of it. Belgian triples and Belgian like farmhouse ales and saisons and all of that have a distinct body to them that are different from like a Pilsner, or if you go like that Otto Kringer, which has like a skunk to it. All of this, I put it in the same family. I'm not an official Cicerone. I'll leave that conversation to Phil. But this has a little more boldness to it without bringing like the skunk into it. So it crescendos differently than like a Pilsner, or like something that's famous for this part of the world, which is a Heineken, which is from the Netherlands. So about a 2 or 3 hour train ride, not even, to the Northeast. So then they're on to the next beer. We will preview that here in a little bit. So again, just so much about this beer. So I enjoy this. I unfortunately am influenced by theirs. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a big disappointment. Again, after today was a benchmark day at the gym, so it was a 2,000 meter row. I did 2,000 meters in 7 minutes and 37 seconds. I was extremely proud of myself. After I left, I was like, I'm going to grab my phone, and it's going to be victory after victory after victory. No phone. This is still a victory. This is quite good, but it's different. Like if you need like flavors or pineapples or fruits or gimmicks in your beer, this is not going to be your beer. This is going to be again different from like that Central European, German, Czech, Slovak Pilsners. It's a little different than like a Heineken, like a lager like that. A triple, again, a little more grain, I want to say, a little more character to it than just relying on like the one German purity law, whatever they decide to do with it. So off the top rope, I'm finally getting to it. I don't know, I guess I just had a really positive day. We'll go to actually another individual chimed in. Chug-a-Little Pete, what'd you think of this beer? Awesome, Pete, that was awesome. Thanks for your influence on that. Providing so much feedback. Off the top rope, I give this a 3.75. Would I buy it again? I don't know. Like, I think I would. As a change of pace, it's not a crushable beer. As you see, like usually I'm pretty fast on drinking my beers. About halfway through there. I like how the green with envy is coming through. Maybe the green's the color to go with. Again, this is like a conversation piece. This is, again, a departure from the continental United States. Hey, we're having something different. We're having something that's been around for a long, long time. They probably started this recipe in the 50s and 60s, or like when Belgian triples and things that were, shelf stable without proper refrigeration were capable of holding their own. You couldn't do that with smoothie sours or anything like that. Sorry, Stacey. So again, off the top rope, I enjoy this. Surprisingly, even though Kaysen, they're a day ahead. They keep sending me their scores. It's kind of funny. Chuggalo Pete is chiming in. Nothing's beer related, so that's awesome. Thanks for that, Chuggalo Pete. He actually watches this, so that's going to be good. But I'm excited to hear what the rest of the Chuggalos think. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. No screaming at kids, so I don't know what my in-laws are going to think of anything that I'm doing here. But I've had a fantastic day. Let's keep it going. Here's to you. Cheers.